Madam Roy back again. Well, as you can see, I just recently woke up. It is about 10:30 Sunday morning. You can see I'm having a really bad hair day. I really need to get a haircut, but I think I'm going to wait till we go upstate the end of February. My aunt is very good at cutting hair, so I'll probably wait till I go there and have her take care of it. I didn't go to church this morning. I know, that's bad on me, but I'm working on a couple of computers, and I need to get them done today because the gentleman who's the owner of them is going out of town. So I need to make sure I get them back to him today so I can get paid and maybe get some money towards that computer build. I've had a lot of comments since I decided to build a new main system. Of course, most guys probably know now I'm going to replace my Dell Vostro, which is over there, the 400, which is the Core 2 Quad, with either a Core i5 or a Core i7. I've had a lot of people commenting, and the consensus pretty much is that I should stick with a Core i5. You know, I really want to go with an i7 just because I want to say that I can have an i7 because I am selling that laptop, but the way the budget's looking right now, I think a Core i5 is going to be more realistic. And this is something that I'm going to work on over the next week or so. I don't expect the build, guys, to be anywhere before March. There's always a possibility, but because we're going out of town, I need to save some money for that trip. So depending on what I can put together before then, the build's probably going to be somewhere maybe early to mid-March. And as it stands right now, it is looking like it's going to be some type of i5 build. Now, I'm going to try to go with the highest i5 I can. I'll be right back. I want to show you guys something. I don't know how well this is going to come out, but YouTube user Brandon P. Wrote to me saying, hey man, since we do similar types of videos, I would suggest that you get something along these lines. He suggests the Core i5, that's the 4690K, and from what I understand, the K means that it can be easily overclocked, so I think I will do what he suggests. I can't see any reason to go any higher than that, at least for right now. Because let's face it, I do a lot of video editing, but my Core 2 Quad really just isn't cutting it anymore. Like I said, it's a great computer, but the problem is it's from 2008, so that makes it about 7 or 8 years old now. So it's really getting kind of antiquated. And of course, like everybody says, you know, you always want to have a Core i7, but if it's not financially feasible for me right now, then I guess I got to go settle with an i5. So, Brandon, I think I'm going to take your suggestion on that one. Now, I'll show you guys really quickly what I've been working on today. These are the two computers that the reason I couldn't go to church today. One is almost done. It's a Dell and it's running Windows 8. You can see that it's got the last 5 updates. I just upgraded to Windows 8.1 on this. As far as I can tell, this was running Windows 8 originally, but I had to reinstall the operating system because this was majorly infected with malware. It had programs like that, Virus Scan 2014. One was called PC Spyware Remover. All those malware / virus programs that actually infuse viruses in your computer instead of taking them out. So if you ever find a virus program installed on your computer that you didn't install, chances are it's a malicious piece of software. It's just a basic Dell. It's Dell Inspiron 15. You can see the specs right there. It's an Intel Celeron dual-core processor. So again, nothing too fancy, but I guess for what she does with this is the gentleman's wife's computer. It's more than enough. So that one's almost done. This one is actually fully completed now. I've worked on this computer before. This one is a Gateway. I don't know if I can see the number. It's a model GT. Looks like 5654. This is a AMD Athlon dual core system. I remember these because I used to sell them when I worked at Best Buy. They were actually decent systems. A few of these models had motherboard problems, but those were pretty much the Intel versions. The AMD ones were just fine. This was running Windows Vista Home Premium originally, and when I worked on this the first time, which was about a year ago, I wound up installing Windows 7 on it. Didn't have to do too much to it. It just had had a few viruses, and they were causing the computer to run slow, so I had to remove the viruses and repair the damage that it did to the operating system. But as you can see, I just ran another quick scan with Avast, and we are completely virus-free now. Just to show you really quickly what the specs are on this. It's still a decent computer. I mean, you can get some good use out of a system like this. It's Athlon X2 6000 series running at 3 gigahertz, so it's an AM2 processor. 3 gigabytes of RAM and a 64-bit operating system. I was thinking about upgrading the RAM here to 4 or 6 gigs, but when I took it apart, I realized it's DDR2, not DDR3 in here, and it's just too much money. The gentleman's trying to keep this one running, but on a budget, so I'm going to leave it the way it is. I mean, since the viruses are removed, it really is running pretty good at this point. There's the Windows Experience scores. Processor gets a 6.1, which is not too bad. Memory is only a 5.5. I'm actually surprised. Usually I've noticed with these older systems, the memory is a little higher than that. Even though it's DDR2, I think what's running in here is 8400 speed, so interesting that it only reads it as a 5.5. Graphics are low. It's just a cheap AMD card. Not even sure. It's probably one of the early Radeon HDs. Let's see which one. Oh wow, no. It's actually that crappy NVIDIA GeForce 6150 SE card. This is an integrated card with just the very, very basics required. This was one of the first cards I ever used HD video on, and it will handle 720p. When you throw full HD at this integrated card, you have some problems. And then, of course, the hard drive gets either a 5.8 or a 5.9 because it's not an SSD. Alright, so that's going to be it for the computer section of this vlog. I am going to do a walking vlog later on. Right now, it's February 1st, and it's only about 11 o'clock, so probably going to head out around 2 or 3 because the weather is really, really nasty right now. I mean, it is sunny, but it's barely breaking the 30-degree mark, and they're saying by 2 or 3, we're supposed to be way up into the 50s, so it'll be much nicer for our walk. And I'm telling you, I have a real surprise for you guys. We're going to go somewhere for this walk that none of you have ever seen before. I think I'm going to integrate these two videos together, even though it's called The Walking Vlogger. I'm going to do this one first, and then we'll go ahead to our new site. So I'll see you guys in about 3 hours, and this is going to be definitely a surprise. So stay tuned, everybody. All right. I will go ahead and tell you the surprise now. Right, it is, let's see, 1:45, and we're headed to one of the local city parks in Portsmouth. This is actually called City Park, correct? Right. And it's absolutely beautiful. It's by the water. They have like a golf. Don't they have a golf course right around there too? Right near there, yeah. Yeah, almost next to it. So we're heading out right now, and we should probably be there within the next. This is the entrance to City Park. Oddly enough, they have a cemetery over here to the left. We may or may not be walking that. So it's only 15. I don't know if you knew that. There you go, City Park and Golf Course, Portsmouth, Virginia. As you can see over here is the golf course. Not too many people out today because it is 48 degrees Fahrenheit. And yeah, I can't imagine golfing being all that pleasant. What we're going to do is we're going to go over here first because we brought a whole bunch of bread, and we're going to see if we can find any of the geese. Something that everybody tends to do here is feed the geese and the ducks. So, all right, and as you can see, Mom's got the bread in her hands. I'll take it. Just some old raisin bread, some old rice cakes, Amish rice cakes, and a couple of old hot dog buns. Thinking we might not see any though today. It is, I mean, it's in the 50s, but it is still kind of cold for them. This is an absolutely beautiful area. It's just like a little pond. You got a bridge going over the middle. You see over here we have some tennis courts. I don't see anything today. Usually you'll see ducks. During the spring, summertime, there'll be ducks all in this pond. And geese. Usually the geese stay out of the water though. Well, I'll wait here just for a couple of minutes and see if we find anything, but if not, we'll go ahead and go for our walk. Okay, got some raisin bread here. I'm gonna try to break this up. We'll go ahead and throw some of this in the water here. See if we can attract anything today. Oh, I hear some seagulls. Break a few of these up. Oh, there they go. We got some gulls. Here we go. Let's see if we can find them. Oh yeah. The rats with wings have arrived. Got another couple right over here. Probably about all we're going to be feeding today. Let's see if we can get any of them close. I've had a seagull come fairly close. Come on, guys.
You're gonna have all of you.
Yeah, they're a little nervous.
Oh, they're coming everywhere, Matt. You're gonna have millions up here.
Look at all these seagulls. Got a couple big ones here too. Hey, here's one right here. Come here, come here, come on, come on, come on, come on, you whoopies. Come on, come on. Nah, they're a little too nervous.
You're gonna about 100 of them here. There.
I know. Look at these guys.
Here, you have some. I'll throw some.
Yeah. Let's see if this one wants any right here.
Well, here,
Here.
give it to me.
Okay, I'm gonna keep a piece.
Hi.
See, I'll put it right here. Sometimes they'll come. See how close I can coax one in to see me. Got a little piece of bread here. I'll put it here. Oh yeah, look at that. They are really, look, come here. Come on.
Nah, dude, they're coming from everywhere. We can't, gotta stop.
I know. Well,
I'll just feed them a little and that's it.
I think that's gonna be it because we don't want to have this many seagulls around here. They can start pooping everywhere, and that's not fun. We're gonna go ahead and go for our walk. You can probably see these guys in the background.
Okay, that's it. I'm done.
We're gonna stop right now, go for our walk, and maybe if we come back and see some other kind of birds here, we might feed them. So see, these things are following us. They probably realize we still have the food. When I got that rats with wings references, if any of you guys have seen Finding Nemo, when the seagulls would look for anything food related, the fish, anything, and basically what they would always say is mine, mine. Remember that? But yeah, it's I guess it's probably too cold for the ducks and the geese and the other birds, but of course seagulls, they're always scavengers, so they're going to be out they'd probably here if it was 30 degrees today.
Go by the water.
Oh yeah, they got some really pretty sections over here. I'm probably not going to be talking too much in this vlog, guys, because I want you to see a lot of this beautiful scenery. So you can see we're walking towards the pavilions. Now these you can actually rent out. I don't know how much do you actually have to pay for them, or do you just book them, I think? I know if you're a Portsmouth resident, supposedly you can book these like for one day every couple of months. I know the churches use them a lot for their picnics. Scout troops will use them. That's just typical. I mean, they have like those little grills, little charcoal grills. Just a really, really nice area to have a picnic. No, I think it ends here. It just goes to these pavilions.
Walk over there.
We're gonna go walk towards the water.
It's the Elizabeth River.
Yeah, yeah. If you ever come here, don't eat anything out of this river. This is probably this is one of the most polluted rivers in the United States, unfortunately. We have a lot of industry here, the shipyards. Over the years, unfortunately, they really didn't care what they did.
Naval base.
Yeah, the naval base, Oceana, pretty much all the shipyards. They dump toxic waste in there, who knows what. Definitely have some photo ops out here though. And what do you know, there's another seagull. It really dips pretty far here. Watch your footing. Post. There's one on each of those posts over there. Hell yeah. I see them there. They're near the shoreline. But as you can see over here, this is the Churchland Bridge, West Norfolk.
And behind that is the
yeah, and behind that is
the port terminal where they bring in all the cargo and the ships.
Yeah, if you live in the southeastern part of the United States and you have any durable goods, chances are at least some of them came from that port over there. We're a little far away. I don't think the camcorder can really focus that well, but you can see the cranes in the background. That's what that is. But if you take a close look, I mean, you can see that this water is really, really murky. And somebody actually put a cone, oh my gosh, orange traffic. I don't know if you guys can make it out. Right there. So yeah, this is literally like a cesspool. I know people will actually eat crabs out of this, but not me. I know too much about what they put here. There's another little bridge over there. Yeah, a few weeks ago, about a week ago with Mike, we saw those in the other part of the Elizabeth River. I think they're all pretty much dead, but you can see all the shells here. That one some of those might be clams too.
Oh, maybe.
One or two of those are clams, but yeah, the ones with the darker shell are mussels, but the ones with the lighter shell that are more rounded, those are definitely clams. This is actually brackish water, so not all types of sea creatures can live here, but mussels, clams, and I think even some oysters can survive in this water. Really, these are seagull feathers?
Not sure.
I think they look like they're from seagulls.
There's another one here. Maybe we'll find a carcass
Well,
somewhere.
something's molting.
Yeah.
Got that one. You got another one here, but this feather looks like it's kind of messed up. Hold on to that. It'll be a good memento. Oh, there's one here too.
Yeah, there might be some.
Yeah, we might. Yeah,
the
we might find the rest of the birds somewhere.
There's another one over there.
Yeah, they're all over. They're either dying or something's molting. How's that one look? Let's see. Yeah, hold on to them. We might be able to use them for a project later. You never know. We actually haven't gotten too much walking in right yet.
You sure I can't
It's
get
too.
bird flu?
No, I don't think so. It's a little too interesting what we're doing here. But yeah, we're definitely going to get our full walk in today. What is it?
Get a bag and pick up some of these pine cones.
Oh yeah.
I pay for them at the store.
Oh, they're really pretty. I didn't bring anything with me though. That's the one thing when you walk with Mom. She always looks for the next art project. Bird feathers, pine cones. I don't know. What else would you want to look for?
Oh, there was a lot of, what do you call those?
Yeah, those, I can't think of the name of them. Yeah. You can use pine cones and gumballs and make some, in your flower arrangements. You can probably do a lot with those. Oh, yeah. Man, it is just really, really nice today. Like I said, it's probably 51, 52 now. It's kind of why I wore my windbreaker though, because being near the water, it's usually about 5-6 degrees cooler when you factor in the wind chill. We're heading over under a few pine trees right now. I'll tell you something, guys. If you are into arts and crafts, these are really nice pine cones. You could actually scent them yourself if you wanted to.
Look how perfect that is.
Let me see.
Look how perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. We have to come back here later. We'll come back here later with a bag or something. Wow, that is really cool.
That's perfect.
Yeah, check this out, guys.
I like that.
Check that bad boy out. Except it's got a little thing on it. Little leaf. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the markings on that. This is like something you would have to pay probably, what, $1 or $2 at Michael's to find.
Yeah, like a bag of them, a couple dollars.
Oh, yeah. You want to hold on to it, or? Nah. Well, we're going to put it down here for now. Hopefully we'll come back later, getting with a bag. You know, we didn't think we were going to be finding stuff like this today. So it looks like somebody else had the same idea. If you guys can see here, somebody put a few of them on this picnic table. Short path here. This part's actually cemented over and has a railing, but I guess they were supposed to finish it out all the way, but they never did. The beginning of it's actually right over there. You can get a little bit better look at the West Norfolk Bridge. Looks like somebody out there fishing.
No, they're taking pictures,
Let me see. Oh yeah, he's a photographer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a photographer out there. About to say, not too many people are going to fish out of this river. I'm sure a lot of you guys on YouTube will agree that at least the ones that know this area. Still beautiful to walk, though. Some monuments over here. Yeah, this time of year isn't the best. I mean, nothing's really green, unfortunately, but it's still a pretty walk. Something to kind of switch it up. One thing I wanted to let you guys know about, I'm sure most of you guys by now know that I'm looking to do a new PC build. Again, the Dell Vostro 400, and I know I talked a little bit about it earlier in this video. Well, I've kind of decided to put it on hold for at least a month. I might start buying the, like I said, the case, the memory, and the motherboard, but it's about a month from now. I'll see where I am financially, and that'll help me decide whether or not I want to go with the Core i5 or the Core i7. I understand the arguments for the Core i5, but I'm looking at an i7 on eBay, and there's only about a $70 to $80 price difference. So I'm trying to remember which one. I think it's the 4690. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look it up, but between that and the i5 that you guys have been recommending for me, there's only about an $80 price difference. So if I can swing it, I'm of course going to go with the i7 versus the i5. Motherboard wise, I think I'm going to go with either a gigabit board that I saw, or there's also an ASRock or an ASRock board. They're both on Newegg, and they're both about $80. One of them is the ASRock is the Z7 Pro series, and I don't remember off the top of my head what the model of the gigabit board was, but they're both DDR3 1600, both LGA 1150 sockets, and the real important thing for me is they both have 4 RAM slots, because I want to eventually be able to get up to 16 gigabytes. I want to do 4 gigabyte sticks, so make a total of 16 gigs of RAM. So until next time, I'm going to let you guys go here. If I see anything else interesting, I'll go ahead and more seagulls. I was hoping to see, Mom said maybe see an egret or some geese. Even a duck would be nice, but look what we got. All seagulls. I would say there's probably a good, I don't know, a couple hundred of them here. And they keep coming and coming and coming. I hope it wasn't because we're trying to feed them. We're not the only ones that like to feed them. Aren't they beautiful? Look at them. They are scavengers, that's for sure. Fly right over you. And of course I feel bad from this time of year too, because they don't have a lot of food. You know, everything they normally eat, people aren't at the beach dropping food. you know, there's nothing for them to scavenge. So basically, if we're not feeding them, you know, they drastically drop off quickly. Okay, this is going to be the real end, guys. Again, please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.